Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is a solo podcast episode with A. It is Friday, March 21st. I just feel like time is a fly-in. I feel like it was just January 1st, 2025, and now here we are at March 21st. Q1 is almost done. I think it has an opportunity for people to kind of take a step back and ask themselves, are you on the right path working towards the goals that maybe you thought about on January 1st? If the answer is no, it's fine. Like it's not time to just throw in the towel. It's time to reflect and potentially, think of how you can tweak your path and what changes you want to make so that Q2 is potentially more fulfilling. But it is interesting to be closing out on the first 3 months of the year, the first quarter of the year. It's nuts to me. I don't know if it's because my kids are older. Maybe you guys can give me some perspective, but I feel like time just sped up and we're so busy in the best, most beautiful way. But I think when you're busy, you'd have to be even more intentional about being present and pausing and enjoying the moments and all the things. Anyways, so what's been going on with me this week? You didn't ask, but here I am. I mean, this is the podcast. This is the point, right? I started phase 3 of my weights workout. Speaking of going quickly, that was something that I had been flirting with for so long. And I knew that going into my 40s, resistance training was just one of the best things I could do for my health. And then finally doing the 1, 2, 3 go and joining the gym and getting a trainer. And I'm actually on phase 3. I think each phase has been 6 weeks. So, like, we are months and months in. Actually, yes, I started weight training in December. So, it's about the same. I didn't get crazy serious about it until January, really. I just started. But it's about the same as Q1 is kind of what I'm getting at. And it feels so good. I'm in the groove. I was just thinking about the other day how, when I first started, I did 3 times a week and that felt like a lot. And now I'm at 4 and it feels manageable. Like it doesn't feel hard to get to the gym 4 times a week. So that just shows me that I've created a habit. I actually this week started going in the morning. I mean, I went 3 times in a row. Does that count as starting? Phoebe has been going with me. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast or not, but Phoebe is a kid that loves doing physical things and she loves accomplishing goals. And when basketball season finished, I saw that as such a positive outlet for her. And so I'm like, hey, how are we going to shift this energy and where is she going to find time to kind of move her body? Anyway, so she was coming with me and she was like, can we go in the morning before school? And I'm like, that just doesn't feel like the best idea. Like you're a kid, you need your sleep. Anyways, so she's like, can we just try it? So we did. She's done it twice now, I think. And she's willing to go. Like the last 2 mornings, I wouldn't let her because she wasn't feeling 100%. And I was like, listen, your body's telling you need rest. So, like, no, stay home. But she was like upset when she saw me in the morning and I'd already been to the gym. So she's all for it. But, anyways, all this to say, her asking to go early pushed me to try it. And I just really love it. I really do. The gym's dead. You get in, you get out. It feels like it almost, and anyone that's a morning gym person knows this, it almost feels like it didn't happen. Like it's the weirdest thing. And then you get back to your home and you get everyone ready for school and out the door. And it's literally like it didn't happen. It's pretty magical, really. And then I have the whole day. So like obviously I work from home and I would normally go to the gym around 1. So really my work day kind of ends at 1. I then always pick it back up kind of in the evening, but um that really took a lot of my time. So now the kids get home at 3. So if I don't have to, leave my house and go to the gym for 1, I get an extra like full 2 hours of work in. So that's felt really productive. So I'm hoping to continue the morning gym routines. I did have to kind of pause because I was feeling really, I don't know if I'm getting sick. I don't know if it's just perimenopause symptoms. I don't know if it's just me being run down, but I was feeling really run down. And this is all kind of interconnected. So I'm going to kind of share it a little bit with you guys. Okay, obviously I'm doing a lot of research on perimenopause and the impact of what's happening to your body at this point. So I have changed the way I show up when it comes to alcohol for a while now. Like it's been a while since I've been making those changes, a couple years, maybe like over a year. And Coffee, I had the same kind of like nagging, like, you don't feel great when you drink coffee. And I am like hardcore coffee, like 4 coffees a day, every single day. Like it's my lifeline. If I'm going to an Airbnb, I'm asking them, what is your coffee maker? Like if I'm going to a hotel, like it's basically the only necessity that I would like ensure that I had. So, for me, changing that behavior, I was kind of in denial a little bit about the impacts. And basically, this is what happening: some heart palpitations, some level of just like almost like, here's how I could describe it: almost feeling like hungover. Do you guys know when you feel hungover and you have kind of like heart palpitations? I was feeling that way after drinking coffee. And I switched eating before coffee. That was a change that I made because I knew that that could potentially impact it, and it didn't really make a difference. So then I tried matcha, which I loved, and I was like, why have I not been drinking matcha, which I know still has caffeine, but like whatever. Anyways, and then yesterday I just decided that I was going to not drink coffee. And I naively thought that it was going to be easy. And here's why I think: because when I drink coffee, it's not like I go, whoa, yeah, energy, woo. It's like my baseline, you know? So it's like, because I don't feel the difference when I drink it, I felt like I wasn't going to feel the difference when I didn't drink it. Boy, was I wrong. Felt like I was dying yesterday. Like, so tired. So tired. So all this got me thinking about continuing, and basically at the end of the story, at the end of the day, I'm at a point where I would like to investigate different options for consuming caffeine, that I can consume caffeine while still feeling good. Because at the end of the day, my top priority is to feel good. And you know what? Someone said to me that they said, you're so lucky that you're so aware of how your body feels. And I'm like, am I lucky? Like sometimes I almost annoy myself. And that's the second time someone said that to me when I was going to my massage therapist. And she was like, you're just so in tune with your body. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but it definitely requires me to take action more, I find. It's like I'm just constantly trying to feel better, I guess. And I guess that's not a bad thing, but it just feels a little bit like a full-time job sometimes. And for me, my top like priority in life, besides my children, my husband, is feeling good. Like that's so important to me. And so I really had to take a step back and be like, coffee doesn't make you feel good, but you don't want to give it up completely, same as alcohol. So how can we make some changes? So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm flirting with some options. I think, and if you guys are listening to this podcast and and I posted on social and so many people messaged me, um, so many people were going through withdrawals and all the things. So if you've gone through going off coffee, I would love for you to send me a DM, and just let me know like how it went. What did you do? What are your tips? So all this to say, I feel like what's good for me is not completely eliminating coffee, but just trying to find a way to drink less coffee. So one a day, let's start with that and see how that goes. It's also it. I was having some issues falling asleep, which I normally don't do. And again, I want to feel good. I want to be rested, especially if I'm getting up at 5 a.m. For the gym. So I think a no screen rule, maybe a half hour before bedtime, could also work for me. So, anyways, I'm just flirting with some changes, and I will keep you guys updated, of course. But I think I'm going to try to go 1 coffee a day, which is a significant decrease in caffeine, and make sure I'm eating before my coffee and I'm eating a meal with protein. So that's where we're going to go right now, and we'll see how that goes. There's also the option to do like half coffee, half decaf, which it feels like a really good option because I could still have that taste and the experience. Our coffee maker though is would be awkward for within one day, like Neil to have regular coffee and me to have not regular coffee. But then I thought I could probably just make the change and he literally would not notice. Maybe he would, I don't know. So that's where I'm at. That's what's up with me. I did order a matcha kit off Amazon because you know that I lean right in. So I'm excited to get that. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of fun. And apparently there's still caffeine in matcha, but there's an ingredient present in it that helps your body to like process the caffeine differently. So you're not supposed to have those like symptoms and that crash. So that will be interesting. I actually saw someone making a cold um they were making a cold protein strawberry matcha. And I'm like, okay. I also tried mixing my collagen in my matcha and it mixed perfect, which is a nice option for on a day I'm not going to have a smoothie. So I'm kind of excited about exploring that new thing. Oh my goodness, eh? What's next, you guys? Next, I'm going to be doing hot yoga. That's when we know things are serious over here. So that's what's up with me. So much talking about weight loss after 40 right now because on Monday, if you guys are listening to this recording today, it's March 21st. On March 24th, on Monday, I'm hosting a 1 hour weight loss after 40 power hour. So it's a session where I'm going to talk about nutrition after 40, hormones, movement after 40, what's actually changing in your body. I'm going to give you guys all the information. And then I'm going to give you hopefully half an hour to ask me your specific questions. And this is something that I feel so passionate about because as a woman over 40, going through the process of trying to create weight loss for myself and finding it very different and having moments of feeling alone and broken, I just really want to create a space where other women don't have to feel that way. Um, I also wanted to kind of share with you guys something that's on my heart a little bit. I had some pushback on the internet from people saying that I was being diet culture-y, and I wish it wasn't bothering me as much as it is. I feel like usually I have a really thick skin, but here's why I think it's bothering me is because okay, here's what I'm going to say. If someone was criticizing the way that I show up, I almost wouldn't have a problem with it, but I feel like they're misunderstanding me. I think that's why it's upsetting me so much. And I've been like thinking, and they were saying that, because I measure my coffee and because I meal prep, I'm perpetuating diet culture. And I just was like really gave myself a moment to like sit and reflect. And here's what I was thinking this morning. I believe that there needs to be a space where people can go to create authentic weight loss. Like telling someone that they're bad for wanting weight loss or wrong is the same thing as telling someone they're bad or wrong for not wanting weight loss. We would never criticize someone choosing to live their life in a larger body, but we think it's okay to criticize people that are trying to live their life in a smaller body. And I think the lines are just so blurred there when it comes to leaving space for people to help people create authentic weight loss. And I really took a step back and I really thought about like how I show up. Now, also, they're judging me on like a 3-second reel I created with the intention. Those reels, that content is the intention to attract people to my page who are struggling with weight loss after 40. And then after they're attracted, through my other ways, through my emails, through this podcast, through my Instagram stories, through Your Weight Loss, they can learn about what it actually takes and what it feels like. So it's almost like they're judging me on my 3-second reel that I'm using to attract these people. Anyways, wow. So I really took a step back and I was like, Alicia, like, are you doing diet culture? Are these diety to you? And here's the piece. Not one thing is diety. Dieting is a feeling. It's a feeling of deprivation. It's a feeling that you're not in control. It's a feeling of following someone else's rules. Like if you ask me what a diet is, it's like I'm following someone else's rules. And then I just thought to myself, you're not dieting. Like I choose to meal prep sometimes because it's a tool that allows me easier access to nutrient dense foods which align with my values. That's why I meal prep. And just because I have food in a container doesn't make it diety. And it doesn't mean that I always choose that food in a container. Most of the time I'm sitting eating with my family, but when they're not here and I'm at work, I'm in my home and I want a quick nutrient dense option, what I realized is I wasn't choosing it all the time because I wasn't taking the time to make something. So it's really just a tool. And at the end of the day, so is measuring my creamer. And that feels like the simplest, just smart thing to do. Now, when I'm at my friend's house and they make me a coffee, I'm not like measuring my creamer at my friend's, and I'm not panicked if I don't know how much creamer is in my coffee. It's just when I'm at home, when it's accessible, that is a tool that I use. Portion awareness is a tool that I use to create the life that I'm looking for myself. And anyways, it just kind of, the negativity got me a little bit. And I took a few steps back, but at the end of the day, I know who I am and I know what I stand for. And I know my intentions are to help women create authentic, intentional weight loss for themselves without dieting, without the suck. And my intentions are not to perpetuate any sort of diet culture. And maybe they were triggered by my content for a reason, you know? Anyways, I didn't think I was going to talk about that, but I did. And I thought about messaging them, and I thought about, it was two women having a conversation on my public social media about me as if I wasn't right there. Like it was literally like, people are so funny on social media. It's literally like we're all standing in the kitchen having a party and there's two women talking shit about me while I'm right there. And I'm like, I can hear you. I can hear you. But anyways, I chose to take the route of just ignoring and knowing where I stand and knowing my integrity and knowing that I can help women. So all of that is what I needed to unpack with you guys today. We have a quiet weekend ahead, which I'm excited for. The kids start back up. There's some intense sports coming up in our way in our life. Alfie's doing football. The girls are doing basketball. The girls are trying out for the provincial team. Piper's trying out. She didn't try out last year. You know, her skills are definitely not quite where her sister's skills are, but she's working so hard. Oh, I'm so proud of her. If anything, the whole experience of sports and like trying out and stuff, it's given my children the like opportunity to experience, oh wow, if I work hard, if I practice, if I'm consistent, I'm going to see results. I'm going to get better. And we have really open, honest conversations in this house about like making the team. I guess I always want them to go into a tryout, not for the goal of making the team, but the goal of the experience of the tryout. And I think that takes the pressure off a little bit. And so we will see how that goes. I feel nervous. I'd love for her to make it. It'd be so nice for them to be playing together. But, anyways, it's out of my control, which I don't like either. I love control. So, quiet weekend over here. I've been doing a lot of organizing. Do you guys love organizing in the spring? I get all like, I cutthroat cleaned out my closet, which felt really, really good. It was getting a little too like claustrophobic. That's what I get when I have a lot of stuff. I get claustrophobic. I actually do not like a lot of stuff. And I did it with the girls as well. I went through all of their closets. We reorganized everything. I need to do it with Alfie. And then this weekend, I think I can tackle. Do we think I can finally declare winter over? Like I can put away the winter jackets and the snow pants and the boots and the hats and the mittens. Like I think it's time. So I love that moment in spring. So I think I'm going to tackle that this weekend and some spring cleaning. I'm also going to Punta Cana in 2 weeks. And I need to start trying some stuff on and maybe doing some shopping and thinking about what I'm going to wear on my trip. Neil and I are going together, which is so exciting. Um, and my parents are coming here to stay with the kids. So that's amazing because I know they're well taken care of. My parents have been away in Costa Rica for the month, so my kids haven't seen them. So they'll be excited to spend some quality time with them. And so, yeah, it's time for me to start thinking about that trip, start packing. Woo! I'm like excited. I always like, I get really excited when I go away, but I get anxious leaving the kids. But, anyways, once I get there and I get a pina colada in my hand, just kidding, pina coladas are not my vibe at all, just so sugary. But I get like in with the sunshine and I feel relaxed. I think it'll be good for me. Oh my goodness, eh? Just trying to be as well as humanly possible. I could definitely work on decreasing my cortisol as well. Ooh, I feel like I run on a pretty high cortisol thing. And maybe it's time to start looking at that as well. Who knows, guys? That's the next chapter. How to lower my cortisol. It is just, I'm telling you, it is a full-time job right now, taking care of myself. Okay, I agree, you guys. I was rambling that whole time. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put a link in the show notes to Weight Loss After 40. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. And this feels like a very safe space to share. And I hope that you guys always see my intention of sharing is to genuinely help other people navigate through this process without feeling alone and without feeling hopeless. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.